everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Stating the Obvious. Today's episode, I would give you a recap of all the things we're going to talk about, but honestly, I don't think we are very sure of what we'll talk about, so just stay tuned and find out with us. There is one thing, though, that happens in every episode of Stating the Obvious. Can anyone tell me what that is?
Stating something obvious.
It is stating something goddamn obvious. Renee, since you so kindly answered that question, why don't you start us off by stating something obvious?
Okay, my obvious fact is, vacationing and traveling in and of itself is a very exciting thing, but traveling back to back to back to back is ridiculously annoying and sad.
Where are you traveling back to back to back?
The reason why I bring it up is because in the month of July, I think there is one day where I will be in Dallas and not traveling somewhere.
That is pretty rough.
Yeah, as soon as I leave New York, I end my lease on the 28th. I go to Vancouver with all my stuff. And then directly from Vancouver, maybe we'll talk a little bit more about that trip, but all of us are going on a trip to Vancouver to MSI. Well, all of us, I mean us four plus Cal and Puck. But as soon as we end that on the 6th, I go straight to Boston for an econ conference for a week. And then as soon as I end that, the 13th morning I go to Dallas. I stay there for a day. And then I go to Wisconsin. Or not a day, like maybe 2 days, I think. Then I go to Wisconsin to visit Anushka's family. And then straight from the Chicago airport, they live close to the Chicago airport, I go to India for 2 weeks for my cousin's wedding, which recently got decided. So that was like a last minute India trip type of, not last minute, but like a less planned India trip. Usually you plan these things like many months in advance, but they're just like, we just decided the date, here's the date, and we're like, okay, shit, we gotta go. And then and then on the way back from India, I don't go back to Dallas. I go straight to Minnesota, and I quote unquote move in to Minnesota. So
Then how many days before you start?
No, I start the next day. I start literally as soon as I land. I start the next day. In fact, I'm missing 2 classes.
Wow.
That's pretty
That's
rough.
insanity, dude.
Yeah, no, it's...
Yeah, traveling. I when you gave that obvious fact, I was like, I've never felt something harder in my life, because that I relate to.
I feel like I can't go more than 1 week without sleeping in my own bed and pooping on my own toilet.
I feel like a week
that.
is like the perfect... Well, a week to 10 days is like perfect travel time.
What do you mean?
Like if I'm going to go on a vacation to like a different country or a new place or something like that, not for like an event, just to like go see the area, I think like the ideal length of time to stay is like a week to 10 days. Like I think that gives you enough time to go explore and do all the things that I want to do, but it's not long enough where I'm like just bored or I miss home or whatever.
Dude, I travel so much. I thought you meant like 7 to 10 days, like as a recuperating period to like be back home before you travel again.
But most of your travels are like weekend travels, right?
Yeah, but normally I don't leave on the weekend. I leave like on a Wednesday or a Thursday, because that's when the flights are the cheapest and my job is fully remote. So I'll leave like that evening on like a Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay, but most of this is like voluntary, right?
Yeah, it's almost entirely voluntary.
Okay.
I don't know why I do it. I think it's a mental illness. I'm still working out the kinks on that. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's a great time. Went to Vegas, I think, a couple weekends ago. Actually, I'll talk about that a little later. But like, it is a good time to travel. But I think your body, like Noah said, you need to sleep in your own bed and shit in your own toilet. So that's just how it is. All right, Noah, hit us up, man. Let me know something obvious.
My obvious fact for today is that the least friendly kind of reminder is a friendly reminder.
Ooh,
okay,
Noah.
shit.
Noah always comes out with the
bangers.
Noah comes out with the bangers. Oh my goodness. Pranay, I don't think if I gave you a lifetime to think of an obvious fact, I don't think you would ever come
I
up
don't
with
know.
one as good as
I don't know,
that.
to be
Like
honest.
his entire itinerary for the next 2 months, and then no one said that.
You guys
banger.
said trying to find ways to weave in my updates. I found a way.
That was supposed to be what we ended on, but yeah.
Oh my god, no. Oh yeah. That's so true. And like you don't think about it, but that's facts.
I mean, I do come up with these once in a while.
Noah holds up the stating the obvious standard. I'm not gonna lie. Noah has put that standard on his back.
I feel like Jit and I have come up with a few good obvious facts, every now and then. Noah's pretty consistently up there, and then PJ, it's once in a blue
I
moon.
got my obvious fact. I got my good ones every now and then. They're just so highly contested. And then I have to defend them
If
so
they're
many times.
highly contested, they're not obvious.
No,
They're
that's
not
not
good
how it
facts.
works. That's not how it works.
No, we all heard Noah's fact and we were all just shocked. We were like Pranay, if you said
Actually, no,
that,
I definitely I have been. I had a few. I've had a few where it was actually like that, but
No, usually
But
yours
they're
are like
few and far
some like mind-bending physics of the universe, and then you're like, yeah, see, this is just so obvious. Let me explain to you in the next 5 minutes.
Also, like, you need to like say it with your chest. You're always just like actually, like, sometimes like you might not think it is this way, but like it is these kinds of things, and like, there's like these things, and like, I mean, like, I was thinking
PJ
the other
has had
day.
this problem since extemp days. He just rambles on and does not get to the point for so long.
I still remember when like your entire room threw for you, and like you still
okay,
didn't
they
get out of
quote
it.
unquote through. They did not
Yeah.
through.
He gave a
It-
it was
3-minute
really bad.
speech. He gave a 3-minute speech, and you got lower than him.
He did not give a 3-minute speech. That
He
was just
did.
straight up a lie. That was
The
just
time
a
was
lie.
3 minutes.
It was not 3 minutes. I was there before. I saw the end of his speech. Also, I don't think I told you guys about this. I judged my first Congress round. Like I told you, I was debating in a tournament. I was judging the Virginia State tournament, right? I
Yeah.
judged my first Congress round, bro. That shit was weird. It was weird as hell. They give you points for like they don't give obviously there's no points for argument like based on what your argument is, but they give you points for like is it unique? So I guess you could like bring up some like crazy random weird stuff and you get points because it's unique. But what was the main thing? The main thing is honestly it's just physically demanding because you have to keep track of every single speech, like what their time was, like all the people in the room you need to have multiple ballots for each speech that they give, and comments for them too. It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, I remember the one round I did of Congress. That shit was already like a pain. I can't imagine judging it, bro. That sounds like hell.
My second update in.
You're just hijacking every obvious fact. Can we just talk about the
Yeah,
fact that
okay.
Noah's obvious fact was actually so peak? No, can you reiterate it one more time for us?
It's just that the least friendly kind of reminder is a friendly reminder. Because if you have to say that it's a friendly reminder, it sounds pretty mean. And like people never use it like as an actual friendly reminder. It's just like
It's
a
a passive
really
aggressive
like
statement or something.
yeah, it's just like a little fuck you, like you know that's what they mean. Like every time.
Yeah. They're like, friendly reminder, rent is due.
So if a friendly reminder is the least friendly reminder, what is the most friendly reminder? What is the nicest way to remind someone of something?
Like a fuck you kind of reminder.
Ah, I see.
I mean, like honestly, if somebody tells me like, "Hey, bitch, like you got to do this," like I am going to take that like as like a more friendly thing than if they said as a friendly reminder.
That's facts. I mean, yeah, I think that's pretty true. I'll call Noah. I'll be like, "What's up, dumbass? Get your ass here, recording."
This
And he
was
did,
never
look.
giving me a friendly reminder, and that's a good thing.
Exactly. See, that means that's true friendliness, if you ask me. All right, Cobb, take us home.
All right, so we've talked a lot about dinosaurs on this podcast and how they're not real.
Another dinosaur.
They're not real.
They're not real. But
Mhm.
we've all seen, little plastic dinos that, kids play with. I played with them. They're pretty
I
cool,
played with them. Mhm.
But if we accept the fact that dinosaurs are real, these plastic dinosaurs are actually made of real dinosaurs.
Oh shit.
Ah, I do like that.
If they were real.
If they were real.
If they were real, unfortunately, that's the only problem with your obvious fact, Cobb, is that it's based on lies. But
It's
aside
true.
from that, solid job. If we want to believe all that, I think that's a great obvious fact. I applaud.
Just I have a question for you.
Yes.
If we all know that these dinosaurs, they're fake and everything. So
Definitely.
where does our oil and like natural gas come from? What's happening with that? Is that all the like mammals and like prehistoric species that did
there's other
exist?
animals. Yeah, dude. It's not
Okay.
like I'm not saying no animals existed. I'm just saying this concept of dinosaurs. Like we kind of just embellished like to the maximum. Like we were like, oh, there were animals back then, but let's make it 10 times more interesting, embellish a shit ton.
How do you feel about the new Jurassic Park movie?
Dude, like this is it,
Money making
it adds
scheme.
fuel to the fire of my argument, right? Like they're in it to make money. It's very clear. Like Jurassic Park long ago should have ended. Like any of these Jurassic movies should have ended. We should have been like, oh, like plot wise, also it makes no sense. They're always just like, oh, this island is filled with a bunch of dangerous shit. But let's go back. Every time they're like, let's go back. Let's take a group of people and let's go back. And so, like, I've had it.
Also, have you seen in the trailer this new dinosaur? It looks like a human dino hybrid.
Yeah, because you know what the presumption of like why they got to go back is now?
Wait, why?
That
Gotta make
one
medicine?
of the like one of the dinosaurs or one of the dinosaur eggs is like the cure to cancer, and they have to go retrieve it.
Yeah, there's simply no way they would even know that. Like, I'm sure they have some exposition that's like, like this is why this dinosaur egg will like cure cancer. But like,
I mean, famously, dinosaurs didn't die because of cancer. They died because of an asteroid. So, like, it makes sense. They didn't have cancer.
that doesn't mean they have a cure.
I mean, you don't know that.
You don't?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to argue against, but my point remains that dinosaurs aren't real. Go.
This is true.
So Jurassic,
This is
the
not a
entire
contested
plot of
point.
this movie is already fictional. Like when you look at that movie, would you say it's nonfiction or fiction?
Fiction.
Exactly. There, I rest my case.
I just want to rewind to, like, the human dinosaur hybrid things. Did somebody fuck a dinosaur? Like, what did I miss?
I don't know. I've never. This movie has yet to come out.
In the trailer, it's just the way the dino looks.
Oh, okay. So we don't know if anybody fucked a
Like
dinosaur yet.
it's like ape
But
like.
it's a
Like the way
possibility.
it stands and moves is like ape like. It's just like a massive big ass like T-Rex type thing looking thing.
What I'm hearing is that Chris Pratt fucked a dinosaur.
Chris Pratt is no longer the star of the Jurassic Park franchise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
he's
he
not
fucked a
even there.
dinosaur. They had to get rid of him.
That is likely. No, you make a good point.
Look, we're just like asking questions here.
Okay, well, I think an animal that is far formidable than a dinosaur, because they're not real, obviously, would be a gorilla.
Gorilla, 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 gorilla.
Thank you for that, PJ.
Have you guys been seeing the 100 men versus a gorilla?
Yeah,
movie
I
online?
remember when I first saw it, I didn't understand it at all. I was just like, oh, this is just a thought experiment. They're just like, and then I saw more, and they were just like in the battle of gorilla versus 100 men, and I was like, wait a minute, this is like a thing. And I've since seen some very funny memes about him.
PJ, as the resident gorilla expert, what will happen in this battle?
As a resident gorilla expert, you throw one child into the mix of the 100, and gorilla dies because it gets shot by the zookeepers.
The whole point of this thought experiment is that they're all unarmed.
Okay, yes, I know. I was making reference to Harambe. But I mean, what in my opinion, I feel like if you have 100 not UFC people, you just need like big guys. I feel like if you have big guys, maybe they could make some progress.
I mean, even if you don't have big guys, like if you have like 100
Like big,
guys and they
buff
each
guys
weigh
who
like
know how to
100
fight.
pounds, that's like 10,000 pounds of just like body mass. You just like stack that on top of the gorilla and it would die.
But they have to go one by one, right? That's the thing.
What?
No,
Oh, they don't have to
they
go
go
one by one?
together.
Dude, if they go one
No,
by one, then like
no.
I know, because I've seen ones where they're just
top
like, oh, when person like 78
man
comes up.
82.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I'm
here's
pretty
the
sure
intuition.
if it's all at the same time, then easy, man, human be taking it.
Yeah, I think like the thought process is no one wants to be the first person that goes and fights a gorilla because this gorilla is not beaten down at all. It's like a fresh gorilla, right? It's full strength. So it'll just fucking beat your ass. Like whoever jumps in first, like to engage,
dead.
will just get fucking bodied. And so since no one wants to be the first, it becomes a matter of like, I don't think everyone will be on board to just like jump it, right? It's like some people will stay behind.
Yeah.
Some people won't.
I guess the
so-
presumption is that everybody is just willing to die.
Die for the cause.
But the memes are just so peak. It's just like when Man 71 lands a clean uppercut from hell and the gorilla starts getting shaky.
That was like one of the first ones I saw. I feel like I've seen some really good ones since then.
Yeah, I pull it up. When Man 64 gets absolutely eviscerated and Man 65 says, "I finally understand its pattern."
Yeah, I
and
understand it now.
Genuinely starts sparing the gorillas every move effortlessly.
I've seen the ones where like when Man like 77 is like a Dark Souls player and then you see him pull off this shit.
I feel like they're just like generating like in anime, like you're just like generating anime
Yeah.
through memes.
Watching Man 97 stab and kill the gorilla in the neck with his exposed broken arm bone before collapsing on the ground. It's so good.
But I feel like truly, if you had like 100 strong people who compete in strongman competitions, like those guys.
I mean, we're just saying 100 guys. Like you just grab like a random sample of like 100 people, right?
A
like
random sample, I don't think they're doing it. Half of them are like malnourished.
No, malnourished, obese.
Well, no, not in the U.S. I mean, if you just like look at the world.
Yeah, overall.
I mean, if you're averaging out all the obese people with all the malnourished people, you get average size. We're just averaging everyone together to get 100.
But it's like maybe the gorilla spends like 10 units of energy beating up an average person, but it only spends up like 1 unit of energy beating up like a malnourished person. So even if you average it out, it's not like how much energy it spends is not really. It's not there.
I mean, I think like the one thing like in the men's favor in that like 1-by-1 scenario is that like the gorilla is like not like intelligent, right? Like it doesn't know the 100 guys are like waiting up like one after another to like take it on. So like it wouldn't conserve its energy. It would like kill the first guy and then just start like swinging his body around like a fucking like club or some shit and just like waste a bunch of energy.
That's the main argument for the men winning.
Like if you have like a sentient gorilla who like knows what it's doing and is able to like conserve its power, then like I feel like it would be pretty hard to like see any scenario where like it doesn't come out on top.
If it's sentient.
I mean, even if it's
what if it
sentient,
just goes
if you have
Super
like
Saiyan?
the 100 guys going at it at the same time and they just like dogpile him.
Okay, yeah, at the same time it's different, but 1-by-1 it's pretty hard.
Yeah, when I'm thinking of this fight, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like I'm definitely not thinking correctly in terms of what a gorilla's capabilities are. Like, I'm definitely thinking like Winston right now, where he like just dumps around
He
and just
jumps,
like slaps
shoots you
him
with
up.
electricity.
I think most gorillas don't jump like that.
Winton.
You should be thinking of DK, just like rolling
Wyndham.
around on the ground.
Okay, yeah, that's more so what I'm thinking of
Grab
actually.
you,
But
pick you
DK
up
can
and throw
donkey
you.
Like
punch.
slap you.
You go punch.
Imagine he just starts dash attacking everyone. Roll. Roll.
Dash attack jab. Dash
Roll.
attack jab. You're like, I cannot get out of this combo.
It's actually, I would be like, there's no counterplay to that. Like, you could spot dodge out of that touch. So
Imagine.
no, I think one other thing. Oh, go ahead.
No, just like imagine like your dying moments, like or just like realizing that it was like just a true combo and you couldn't get out of it,
Yeah,
and then you fucking die.
but then you're like, I understand his patterns now, man.
Yeah,
53.
the next guy comes in.
The next guy
Like,
comes
starts
out and
landing combos on him.
it's MK Leo. He's just like, dun, 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 dun. Although I don't know what the smashing is like at all nowadays. I don't know if he's still up there.
Dude, I just saw this other meme when it's down to the final 7, but Man 93 hits the gorilla with a rise and turns the fallen 92 into his soldier. Dude, Sung Jin Woo would definitely wait for the fucking 92 people to
Yeah,
die and then
he
just
would.
aura farm, bro. Someone in the comments,
I feel like at least like half of the comedy is just like numbering the men.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Man 43, Man 61. It's so peak. Yeah, I just really enjoyed this meme when I first saw it. But yeah, I mean, I think it also, one other consideration here is the setting of the environment, right? Like, if we're in the jungle, dude, Loki, it might either be popped or we have a better chance. Because if the gorilla can like swing around and like do other shit, it's like very mobile.
I don't know if the gorilla does that. Not gonna lie.
Can the gorillas do this? Like,
I mean,
can
gorillas
They
climb
can't
tall?
swing.
and
They
stuff,
can
but
just like
they're
run.
not chimpanzees. They're not like
Yeah, they can just like
swinging
be
from tree to tree.
agilely running.
Are they fast? I didn't even know.
Yeah, they're fast.
They're
They are
pretty
fast.
I think they have like a good like charge speed, but they can't go for distance.
Yeah, they have charge speed. That's what they got.
They're also not very agile. Like, they're not chimpanzees. They're not like, leaping around on the trees from tree to tree. They can climb and stuff, but they're not like, dive bombing or whatever.
But then if he's sentient and it's in a forest or jungle or something, it's hella cooked.
If he's
Bro,
sentient,
actually,
that's a problem.
His domain expansion.
And we just go to his domain expansion.
Yeah, it's a guaranteed hit effect.
It is.
All right. Well, I think it's pretty settled though that realistically it's the humans, as long as the gorilla's not sentient. So
I mean, even if we consider the gorilla sentient and we're giving the gorilla a buff, if you just give like one guy like a gun or whatever, like he could end it in one shot.
Okay, but gun.
That is the power of man.
Yeah, like giving the guy a gun is like kind of cheating.
yeah, no, that's ridiculous. You gotta give the gorilla like a gun too, and teach him how to use it.
He's sentient. He can learn how to use it.
Gorilla with the strap.
The main person I see in all these memes is like Man 43. Like, I think Man 43 will be the hero of this.
He's
anime.
the hero?
Dude, I think someone will animate this. I don't know. Maybe it's already been animated.
It's probably not.
Sure,
But my
sure
money's
has.
on Man 54. I've seen many Man 54 memes.
I feel like you got to go at least into the 60s. Like, I feel like it's like the latter half where like the gorilla really starts to slow down.
I guess. Also, if like any of the previous men are able to just get like the gorilla's eyes, like get one eye, right? Like the fight becomes infinitely easier once he loses vision. Like
Yeah,
vision
that's
control
true.
basically wouldn't see the fight, bro.
I like how all the memes are just like going up into like the double digits, like man like 53, because like we know that man like 1 through 10 are just gonna get instantly like just demolished.
Yeah, they're just going to be eviscerated.
That's my thing is like no one would engage, right? Because they kind of know that the first few people who go in are just gonna get fucked. Like you stand no chance, so it's hard. Well, woo for humans. I kind of want the gorilla to win. I'm not gonna lie.
I think
I
that
feel
would
like
be
there are
funnier.
very few, like if we're considering a dog pile or whatever, there are very few animals that could actually beat 100 men.
Elephant, maybe.
Elephant, yeah,
unlikely.
for sure. If it's unarmed, yeah, for sure, elephant.
I feel like if you got like 100 guys like running at an elephant, like maybe they could like push it over or something.
Okay, yeah. I guess
If
elephants
they're able
pretty
to like
difficult.
somehow knock it down, it's over. Like the elephant's not getting back up.
Yeah, and we have to assume these 100 people are fighting like everything's on the line. Like their life is on the line. Like they're clawing, scratching, biting. Like
Yeah, and they're not afraid to die. They're just going for it.
yeah, like, they're also just like full like send it. I don't know who it'd be. Maybe a dinosaur.
I guess I've seen the Jurassic Park film shit.
Mm-hmm. If those are anything to use as a reference, I mean, it'd be pretty over for the men. If it was like what is that Omega one that like was a combination of like two Omegas?
Oh, the Indominus Rex.
Yeah, like what the
Oh
fuck
my
is that
god, what a
shit, bro?
stupid fucking name.
Yeah, bro. The writers in that room genuinely just like fucking took like 8 edibles and were like, let's write a fucking movie. And
They were not cooking.
I like how cooking and like cooked mean like two different things. Like if you're cooking, like you're doing good, like you're doing a good thing. But if it's like cooked, like it's bad.
I feel like cooking is like honestly such a good like introduction to the lexicon. Like it feels like it operates in the same space as like fuck. Like fucking is an all-purpose word. You can use it to describe anything.
It is an all-purpose word. It's very true. We love all-purpose words. I can't think of any more though. So that being said, Gob,
Yes, Jit.
that was about this Fortnite AI you mentioned to me before we started.
Yeah, so you guys all know James Earl Jones. He is the
The
voice of Darth Vader. Well, recently he passed away like a year ago or something. And before he did that, he actually signed over the rights to his voice to Disney for like to like use in AI purposes so that, Vader could like live on and stuff. Now, Disney and Fortnite have a partnership and they put this AI voice into the game. Now, it was never meant to, it was just meant to like give some voice lines and, stuff like that. Just like be an interactable figure for players to interact with. But it has been trained by voice chat. It has been trained by the chat logs. And it has now said some of the most heinous war crimes to ever exist. So much so that
Wait,
they've
so
had
the
to
way in
like,
Fortnite it works is like anyone can just use the voice?
yeah. I think it's like like an NPC, I think, that like you can interact with and it'll like tell you stuff. And I'm pretty sure it was like trained on like voice, like the voice logs and the voice chats of games. And it's gotten so bad that they've removed it, and they're now like banning AI stuff in the game.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But I mean, how would you even prevent an AI from like I don't know, saying that kind of stuff? Can you even do it?
Yeah, I mean, you can impose guardrails and stuff.
But like, would they not have thought of this?
I mean, people are always going to try and just jailbreak the AI. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So I guess the question becomes, the more that AI gets like integrated into stuff, are there any guardrails? I guess was my big question. Are there any guardrails that like you couldn't really get around somehow?
No, I mean, it's a constant battle of like, you jailbreak it, they patch it, and it's like each person's just trying to stay ahead of each other. I don't think it's like, it's the same way like cybersecurity works, in a sense of like cybersecurity engineers, after they install the systems, theoretically, like if they were, fail proof and like couldn't be beaten, then you wouldn't have any like cybersecurity engineers really at all. Like there'd be just a few, but it's a much bigger space because it's a constant back and forth of people jailbreaking it, and then
even
security
if you have
updating
like
it.
the most impenetrable cybersecurity, it would cost a lot of money, I assume.
I don't think there is like such a thing, right? Like as long as somebody can access something, right? Like most of the time, somebody on the internal side will need to be able to access some service, something. So as long as that exists, there is a way to get into it, which means it's not impenetrable, right?
I guess, yeah. Our internal like hackings and stuff, is that like a super common thing?
I've heard about it in some of the tech companies that some of my friends work at. So it's definitely not like uncommon.
Do they just like sell data or something, or what is it?
It depends on like the company, things like that. But there's like leaks and stuff. Sometimes of like you'll get sometimes an email be like, oh, your password was found in like this leak, or like some of these companies will have data breaches. I can't remember the exact names, but like we see it on the news, right? Some big companies will have like data breaches here and there. So it is definitely something that happens.
Yeah. Speaking of AI, though, did you see like the Secretary of Education speech?
I don't know.
What about it?
She was like giving some speech on like the future of education or something like that, and she just kept talking about like A1 learning.
Oh, okay.
But the whole time it was supposed to be AI learning.
I heard this, yeah.
And she just refused to quit. Like, she just dug her heels in.
I hate that can't admit that they've said something incorrectly and just be like, no, I actually meant this.
Wasn't she like a wrestling, wasn't she like the CEO of like WWE or something like some shit like that?
Yeah, I think so. Or she was like a marketing person for WWE.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
She probably got a lot of good A1 learning.
It's true.
A1.
Whenever I hear A or like a letter followed by 1, I'm just like, it's a visa somehow.
That's facts, actually.
F1, B1, V1.
H1B.
Your mom won.
Well, she did acquire a visa.
I would hope so.
All right, Cobb, tell us. What is this World Cup?
Oh, yeah.
Scenario?
I saw this thought experiment on Reddit, and I wanted to get your guys' opinion. So the World Cup's next year, and obviously the World Cup is played, country by country. But let's assume that the World Cup is played by continents. So North America, South America, Europe, Asia, we'll consider all of Oceania like one big continent, and like Africa. Who are like your starting players, like your starting lineup, and who do you have to win the whole thing?
That's a good question. I have to imagine South America obviously is powerhouse. Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay.
Yeah, man.
But obviously Europe, the UK, France, Germany.
It's literally just Europe
Spain.
versus South America.
I mean, not really. Like, if you combine the best of North America and the best of Africa, you also have pretty good teams.
Who?
Messi.
North America, we literally only have Mexico, US, and Canada.
I mean, they've been competing. Like, Canada was like kind of cooking in Copa.
They did okay, bro.
But that was against other American teams, like other North American.
Yeah, like they got bodied by Argentina. They got bodied by any team that was worth their salt.
Well, I guess actually in North America, they usually they include Central America.
Central America is definitely included.
Like they have Mexico, there's Panama. Usually isn't Honduras is inside inside
Our entire
those
team would just be
tournaments.
Mexican.
The USA, I think, is
It'd be-
honestly no. The
it'd be
Mexican
like
team
a
has
couple
fallen off.
people
I
from
think.
Canada. It'd be a couple people from Canada, a couple people from the U.S., and then mostly Mexicans. I think.
I feel like their team has fallen off. Like the US has done better than them recently.
That's true. The U.S. has kind of been popping off relative
But
to
also,
what they
all
used
our
to.
players are also low key like imports too. Like imports in the sense like they grew up.
Imports.
They grew up in like football culture countries, and then they came here, and they're now citizens.
Yeah. Where
Except
did
for the man from
Pulisic,
Hershey, Pennsylvania. But yeah.
Pulisic, but he, however, is I'm pretty sure is like just American.
He's U.S. Yeah, I thought he was U.S. based. I still remember when they didn't give him the penalty, and then do you guys know what I'm
the
talking about?
Belize game?
Yeah, there's some game where like they got a penalty. He was the designated one to take it, but then some other guy was like I'm gonna take it. Coach didn't do anything. He took it. He missed, and then they lost. But I think if Pulisic took it, they would have tied or won.
I mean, he's like a competitive player. Like,
Yeah, he's good.
yeah.
Yeah, he
But
actually
still,
plays
against
in,
like what are you doing
plays in
against
Milan.
South America, bro? Like you're gonna get such insane talent. You'll have like Rafinha, you'll have Lautaro, you'll have so many motherfuckers that'll just run circles around like most of the teams, at least from the U.S. or like.
But
Africa.
I mean, low key, I feel like the Spanish team is like cracked right now. Spanish and French.
yeah, and
Italy.
Europe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's literally between like South America and Europe.
Yeah, but
like
who wins between those two?
probably Europe, bro. Because if you take all peak talent from Europe, you get like you have all of Spain.
Yeah,
You
we
have-
are forgetting about my boy Isagi Yoichi from Japan.
Hey, Japan,
I would say
Japan
we should be
sometimes
talking about
cooks.
Son, if anyone. If we're
The
talking about
Sun's
anyone
there.
Asian.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting slowly better. Honestly, I feel like low-key part of Blue Lock too. They're like, Japan's like the soccer's OP now.
Yeah, they're
They have a few
inspired.
good players.
Especially the 2022 World Cup. They were actually going on kind of a generational run, and their
Yeah.
jerseys were blue. So everyone like, it's real. It's real. Blue Lock is real.
I feel
Yeah.
like by far the worst team though is like Oceania, like Australia.
Okay, that's because they just got themselves. It's just
Yeah,
Australia.
I
They're
think
just
they're just
pop, bro. That's like a Sunday league.
Actually, yeah.
team.
What do you
Against us.
consider like what is Singapore? Is that Asia or is that Oceania?
pretty sure that's Asia.
I'm pretty sure we're going by continents, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, Singapore is not part of the mainland of Asia.
I know, well, but it just like Hawaii is like part of the U.S. Like,
That's true. They're not like considered like all those islands. They're not considered a different thing
no.
because they are pretty close to Australia.
Like the continent of Australia is Australia.
Like they're not like out in the middle of the ocean. They're like right next to the mainland.
I think Southeast Asia extends down to like about Indonesia. I think like if you go
Yeah,
past
but what
Indonesia,
about beyond
that's
that?
Oceania.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
That's
I'm saying. What
Oceania.
about beyond that?
Oceania.
what the hell's in Oceania?
It's like all those, like, little
New
islands and
Zealand.
shit.
I guess like New
Yeah,
Zealand,
like all
That's-
the Pacific Islands,
Papua
New
New
Zealand,
Guinea,
Australia.
Yeah, all those. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Well, they're still like fucked.
Yeah, no, they're cooked.
Like, I think Europe just wins, bro. Like Lamine Yamal. That's all I'm gonna say. Lamine.
It's so
Yeah.
tragic that this is totally changing. No, I mean not totally.
But
it's
who,
like,
actually, yeah, who would you put on the team though? That was a controversial question.
That's a better question. Like,
Yeah.
are we picking 5 people? Like, how many are we picking? God, what did you
I mean
say?
11, but
Oh, okay. I mean, we could go through all the positions. I just
you
think
can
it takes
just
a
pick
while.
like
Who
some
would
of the
be our
top
top 5?
picks.
Top
Top
five,
five. Yeah, sure, top 5.
right winger. You mean
Lamine.
Lamine.
Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal.
We can probably throw Holland in there. Probably.
Holland or Mbappe as the.
You
I think you can
I was
put
looking
both.
at some
you
highlights
can do
from
two
Mbappe from the
strikers.
World Cup.
You could, yeah.
Mbappe in the World Cup just cooks. Like he.
Yeah, I was looking at those
single-handedly
highlights and
almost defeated the
now
Argentinian world team.
I'm just like, damn man,
What is
he's
he
not
doing
the
over
same.
there?
Man. What does he do?
Okay, yeah, I'm
Like,
talking the
what?
World Cup. Like the 2022 World Cup, he single-handedly almost won the World Cup. Like the final. Was
I know
him.
that's the thing. That's the thing though. Like, when is he gonna be like that? I don't know.
I don't know. He's actually a pace merchant, bro.
That's how I used to play back in the day too, in like middle school. Not middle school, like middle school, elementary school. I was just pace merchant.
you were pace of music in fucking
Yeah, but then once I got
Okay.
once I started playing for FC Dallas and stuff, like other people were also fast, and I was like, well, shit, what do I do now?
Yeah, I would say Mbappe, Lamine Yamal. Like imagine Mbappe getting Trivelas from like Yamal, bro. Like it's over. It's over.
Pedri.
Who's the
Yeah, what do
goalie?
you do?
Yeah, I think Pedri for sure. Vinny probably if he shows up in the form he did not this year but like last year when he was in contest for the Ballon d'Or. I feel like we could get average for Vinny, it'd be good. I think Nico Williams is not bad. There's so many other parts of Europe that we're not even considering right now. Like
names we don't know, I guess.
not even names we don't know. Like names we know, but like there's good Polish players. There's good
Yeah, I mean Lewandowski.
Lewandowski, Frankie de Jong, like
Modric.
yeah, I can't believe Real was just
Dude,
like fuck you,
that was so
Modric,
tragic.
bro. That's so fucked.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to stay on. He like gave them everything. Even like the new coach Javier Alonso, wanted him to stay on, but the administration was just like no. Apparently.
I mean, like they are transitioning. Like they need to build their new players.
Yeah,
like, they
I
are
mean, like
transitioning
that
into new
legendary
teams.
like 16-17 team. Like
Yeah.
only Carvajal remains. They're all gone.
Who do you guys think should be goalie for Europe? I think for South America it'll pretty clearly be Emi Martinez.
Yeah.
Like probably Courtois, right, for Europe.
Courtois.
Oh yeah,
Courtois.
Yeah.
Courtois.
He's like pretty solid. Like I think he's probably the best European right now.
I think Summer, bro. If Summer decides to play like he did against Barca, we're forgetting all of France, like France and like all these other fuckers, like Dembele, bro. Like I forgot this entire like half of Europe, like Desiree Doué, like yeah, what the fuck? No, dude, I think Europe clears. Like maybe I'm biased because I watch more of the Premier League. And
But
La
the
Liga,
thing is
but-
also like I assume Messi and Ronaldo are not playing anymore.
No. It's
This
just like
thing.
as they are now. I'm assuming they probably like. I guess.
I mean, maybe. I mean, if
Yeah.
Messi plays for South America, winnable. Ronaldo would play for
Europe. Yeah.
Europe.
Europe.
Like I guess they'd be playing as they are right now, which like neither of them are in their prime, but
But would you take non-prime? Like, I would still take non-prime Messi. Like, non-prime Messi's still a beast.
I mean, yeah, I would take non-prime Ronaldo right now. Like even if I get Yamal on the right side and Ronaldo on the left side, Yamal can probably take the ball up and feed it into Ronaldo, and Ronaldo still has finishing power. Like that has not gone away.
That'd be cool to see, but it'll never happen.
They should
But
do
it'd
it.
be
Well,
cool.
no, they should do it. You know how they have like they did that one like Super Ballon d'Or once, like every 10 years or 20 years or whatever.
I don't recall this.
They did like one Super Ballon d'Or once where it was like all the Ballon d'Or winners of the past like 20 years or whatever were eligible. This was like, I forget when this was, but this was a while ago. This was before like Messi and Ronaldo were even on the scene. But you know, once every like, I don't know, 20 years or 15 years or something, they should do a Continent World Cup. That would be like insane.
That would be insane.
And it wouldn't even be that many games.
But there's
Like, they
also
could do,
no
like, best of
national
three
pride.
rounds.
I think
There's
it
no
should be every
national
decade.
pride.
All right, yeah,
I think it
sure,
should be every decade.
Like that works too.
Because
like,
then, like, 20 years is enough for talent to come and go. And so then you'll get some players that will, like...
All right, sure, every decade. Yeah, that sounds like a better cadence. And then you don't have to do like bracket style, you know, where it's like auto elimination. You could do like Champions League style, where it's you do like best 2 out of 3 and stuff.
Well, you have to have, like, probably quals for, like, who can even be amongst, like, on the roster.
But
and
yeah,
then,
on the roster. I'm talking about like the actual teams. Like once you have the teams established.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have to, like, I think into the year or two leading up to the Continental World Cup, you need to establish, like, some way of, like, organizing these like teams. And then once the teams are built, like, they need coaches, right? Like, who's going to coach all of Europe?
Yeah, they'd have to like do some sort of, I don't know, is there a European like soccer federation and like a South American soccer federation, or is it only by country?
I mean, you have
It's mainly by
the
country, I
Champions
thought.
Cup. Like that is
Maybe kind
European.
yeah.
I mean, that's not
Champions
even a
League.
European thing. That's just multinational. But
You probably have to set up some systems then of like Europe Soccer Football Federation or something, and for each continent to run and organize that stuff.
Yeah, true.
But it would just be sick. It would just be sick to see.
That'd be pretty sick. Well, hopefully one day.
I feel like if you're rich enough, you can make it work. You can start it. And they're making new like UEFA. Like I didn't know what the hell a UEFA was, but they got leagues for everything.
That's true. They have so many leagues that like I just have never heard of.
If you just play FIFA, you'll see it all. But Brene, I have a question unrelated to all this. Have you seen the Thunderbolts movie?
I have. We all went
Oh.
together.
Oh, we all went. I don't know why I'm thinking.
Holy shit.
I was trying to do some like sneaky transition.
Okay.
Okay.
Pranay now
as our
feels
last topic,
unappreciated.
I just remember Noah giving like very in-depth analysis on how this movie should have gone versus how
I
it should go.
remember this as well.
Yeah, and for the most part, it was just like spot on.
I mean, yeah, like I've heard people talk about
Spoiler.
Thunderbolts.
By the way, spoiler
Oh, who
alert.
gives
for
a shit?
anyone.
I've heard people talk
Okay,
about
no.
Thunderbolts as like a good movie. I think it has good moments, but it's held together by like spit and duct tape. Like there's nothing in between. It's not a movie. It's like a series of like good moments that have like nothing in between. Like they waste so much time on just like filler, on like shit that like doesn't matter, like this like impeachment bullshit. Like what plot line is that? Like there's like this like congressman that they're like, oh yeah, like his like catchphrase is like juicy, like that'll really get the crowd going. Like I don't know, man. Like
I feel like that whole segment was just political commentary because she had the hair dye and everything. Like,
yeah, okay, like
it
yeah.
was- yeah.
Yeah, like they dyed her hair to make her look like Tulsi Gabbard, sure. Like political commentary, like in my opinion, either commit to the bit or don't do it. Like just having things happen in like Congress doesn't make it like good political commentary, or like there's like what is like the message? Like what is the message? Like I honestly could not tell you. Like there's like this like woman and like she's like a bad guy, but like her like group of like misfits that like she accidentally assembles somehow like saves the day or some bullshit. Like what is the point of like Congress being there? Why are we there? Why are we looking at the impeachment trial? Like what is the point of having like the fucking Winter Soldier elected to Congress? Like who elected this man? He was in Soviet Russia for like 70 years. He killed people, many people. He killed Tony Stark's parents. Like he killed the fucking king of Wakanda. Like how did he get elected? Who voted for him? Who voted for him? Like tell me, who voted for him?
Okay, to be fair, the sickest scene of that whole movie was when Bucky showed up and like.
Oh yeah,
took the
bro! I've
cable
watched
line.
that
He
scene
didn't
on
need to be a
repeat now.
congressman for that to happen.
He's a
He's a
congressman.
goddamn Winter Soldier. Killing people is his job.
I'm just saying, Bucky was tough that whole movie.
He is
was
tough.
so
It's
tough.
like, yo, that background music, I listen to it. I've been listening to it on repeat. It's sick.
Dude, I don't know. Like when they were just like, oh yeah, Representative Barnes, I was just like, who? This guy got elected to Congress. Sure, okay, yeah, whatever. I guess we're just electing literal Russian sleeper agents. Like, yeah, okay, that's the political commentary. Sure, whatever. I don't care anymore. Just
You know what my biggest change, if I had to make one change, like just one change to the whole thing? You know that scene between Yelena and Red Guardian where they're like all talking, and it was a good emotional scene, but I think it should have taken place in the Void.
yeah. Why is it on a fucking street in New York? She has a trauma room. She has a trauma room where her trauma happened. Have her dad show up in the fucking trauma room. It's shown that they can do that. It's shown that all the characters can be in the same room, and they don't use that. They just have it happen on a fucking sidewalk in New York. Because, yeah, when I think of like emotionally impactful settings for a character to like have like a realization or a moment in their character arc, I think of the goddamn sidewalk in New York. That is like what I think of.
Dude, like they could have used. Okay, so the Void. Okay, first off, his design was sick. Like the design of Void was incredibly good, but I wanted them to use the like emotional stuff, like the trauma rooms and them navigating the Void way more. I wanted them to meet up in the Void. I wanted to see all their traumas. Like I wanted to see what Bucky saw. I wanted to see what like Ghost saw.
That's what
And I
I'm. That's
wanted
what
them
I'm
to
saying.
Meet up in there.
Yeah,
Who-
especially
who's
if
in
you
the
didn't see
writers'
the other
room?
movies, you wouldn't know. Like if you didn't see other movies, you wouldn't know like about ghosts.
Yeah, I know, and that's a huge problem. I think they should have like shown some of those things and like explained it even more than like the other movies. They could have gone into more depth on like what these characters were experiencing in their trauma rooms. Like it doesn't have to be also it doesn't even have to be like the truth of what actually happened. It has to be like their experience and like what they felt. So like they can embellish things a little bit more in those rooms. Have them meet up in their rooms, and then if they're bonding over their trauma, they're going to be a much stronger team than just like Oh yes, we all hate Tulsi Gabbard together.
Yeah, this is not a movie. This is 5 good clips in a trench coat.
Yo, but those
I
good
feel
clips,
like it
though.
could have been a very
Those
good movie.
That's a
though.
banger.
It could have been. It could have been if they had like some fucking competence over there. I don't know what they're doing. Disney, multi-billion corporation, can't get their shit together for one movie. After Endgame, they've just been just garbage.
What about
Whatever.
Shang-Chi?
Why did they fight a squid? Why did they fight a squid? Why did they go to magical China and
Space
fight a
squid, bro.
squid? Explain that
Big-ass
to me,
squid.
Pranay.
Squid bad.
Squid Game, Noah. He's
Oh my
Chinese.
god. Just end the podcast. Get me out of here. I'm gonna go jump off a bridge.
Well, actually, before you do that, Marvel, if you're listening, honestly, you can hire us as your writers. We would do a great job. You've heard our ideas. Cobb will make a little Instagram post, TikTok, whatever, talking about how this movie could have been better with clips from our episode. So if you listen to that, you like what you have to hear, employ us. We don't work for cheap, but consider it. With that being said,
Or, just sponsor us. That would work too.
sponsor us. Also, you know what? That'd be sick, actually. Imagine we got a Marvel sponsorship. Actually, that would have been sick. Like,
Honestly, I feel like if that actually happened, we would do a really, really good job with it. Like, I feel like we could put a lot of effort into it and create something really good on that.
let them know, Cobb. You tell them. You send them an email, Cobb.
I'll
Strong
DM
email.
them. I will.
Very good. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. Please drop a like. We're so fucking desperate. It's so sad. Leave a comment if you liked what we had to say, anything from any of us. Or if you didn't like anything we said, you can also leave a comment expressing that. Honestly,
We
hate
got
comments.
that. In fact, one of our comments was that they did not like.
That'd be pretty lit. We were
and
fucking
we were
with it in the
lit. We
group
were
chat.
lit about that.
We were lit. We're like, oh my god, comments. So if you want to make our day, you can make 4 people's days right now. Leave a comment. And if you want to hear more of this, just follow us, stalk us. I'm not filing a restraining order, so do it. Anyways, thank you for listening. What Monster, and we'll see you in the next one.